Alright, hello there YouTube. Welcome to another tutorial. This is tutorial 5, I believe. Now we have already added our player, our vehicle, and our obstacle to our scene. But now we really want to get a lens of our player and understand their perspective. We want to place the camera somewhere so that we can have a clear view of the road ahead of us. So we can actually do this by using our camera. If you go to the hierarchy on the left side of Unity, you can select the main camera by clicking on it, and you can see that now we have the camera selected. And then it pops up this very large rectangle, and it's actually pretty huge. And on the bottom right, we can actually see the camera preview. In fact, if I deselect the camera, the preview goes away. And if I select the camera again, the preview comes back, and the preview is actually what you can see of what the player will see in our game. Alright, and in fact the preview is entirely mapped to this huge rectangle that we can see in our scene, and so this is actually very helpful to see and understand what the player sees. And our camera actually controls on what we can see in our game. So if I go to the top of Unity and I press the play button here on the top of it's on in the middle of the toolbar. If I press that play button, you can see that our scene view changes to this view here, and this is our game view. In the center of the two tabs they are side by side, right above the scene view. You guys can see here there's scene and then there's game. So in our game view, you can see that if I try to click on anything on our vehicle here, nothing will happen. I can still select the vehicle in the hierarchy, however nothing changes here, versus if I go to my scene here, as you guys can see, I have selected the rotate tool, and it is actually selected here in our scene view. So if I for example, move it using our move tool, if I move it in the game view, it will also be moved. So you guys can see that our vehicle actually moved a little bit. So maybe if I go to the transform component, and if I want to, for example, say 5 on the z-axis, it will actually move the vehicle as well. So the vehicle is moving, and that's actually pretty interesting. Now the one thing about play mode, so this is how we test how our different objects interact in our world, how our player can control our vehicle. Since I made changes to our vehicle in our scene view, if I press the play button again, the changes that I made are not there anymore. So our vehicle actually moves back. So let's see if I can test that again. Here we go. We'll go straight into the scene view this time by clicking on it, and I'll just move the vehicle back somewhere to probably 10 or something. So then I press it again, and our vehicle snaps back to the original position it was before we started the game, or before we went into the game view. So our play mode doesn't actually save if we change anything about any of our objects, but our play mode and our game view is actually really helpful when we're testing out on how our player actually plays and experiences the game. So we can see that in the game view versus in our scene view, where we go to set up our object's position, our vehicle moves our obstacle in our scene and interact with them that way to create a layout for our environment. Alright, this was just a short tutorial on how you guys could locate your camera and run the game, and get used to on how the camera works and all that. So in the next tutorial, I will show you on how you guys can move the camera behind the vehicle and position it in a way where the player can see everything clearly. You can see the roads, the obstacle, the truck, all in one screen. So please make sure you guys subscribe and turn on those post notifications to be notified when I post that video, and consider smashing that like button, and I will see you guys in the next Yuaw Tech Unity video. Bye for now.